What's going on, Muscle Monsters? Align Gonzalez here, and today I want to talk about something that's near and dear to my heart, and that is concave chest. Um, and another thing I want to touch on while I'm on the subject or the topic is Pectus Carinatum. All right. Now, concave chest is something that I actually have, right? A lot of you guys can't tell, and it's ironic because a lot of people will say, "Oh, your chest is really well developed. I love your chest, whatever, whatever." Um, but I'll post a picture here so you can see that before I built any kind of muscle in that region, the concave chest was pretty noticeable. I grew up very self-conscious about it, and between me, my brother, and my friends, there would be jokes about it. And to be quite honest with you, it wasn't something that was hurtful to me. It was kind of funny, but at the same time, when you go to the pool or the beach, you're kind of, you know, you're kind of, there's really no confidence there. You're really worried that everybody's looking at this hole in your chest, and it kind of sucks. All right, and to be quite honest with you, I had it, but there's people who have it much, much worse, right? And essentially, what it is just your bone structure. It's nothing more than the way that the sternum, I believe, is structured, the bone. Um, so things like bird chest and things like that were something that I grew up hearing, but not from anybody trying to be malicious. More so from us, joking around with each other. But I get it. Okay, when somebody feels super self-conscious about the concave chest, and the same thing with what most people would call pigeon chest. This is also a deformity in the sternum, I guess, in the bones, the way the bones in the sternum are structured. All right, and what this does is it's pretty much the opposite of concave chest. The sternum comes out instead of going in. Okay, and so people want to know how they can get rid of this, and the truth of the matter is that unless you go through some kind of a surgery, you're not going to be able to just get rid of this again, because it's the way the bone is structured, and we can't manipulate that. However, what we can do is similar to what I did, right? I had the concave chest, but after a while of building just muscle in general in that area, it became less and less and less noticeable. Now, for me, if you touch here, you can still feel that there's that concave, right? But if you're just looking at me, you can't tell. You'll never notice. You would have never guessed that it was there. So, the same advice goes for both those with concave chest or quote unquote pigeon chest. Just build muscle. The more muscle you build, and the more of a base you build, more so in your chest than anywhere else, the less noticeable it's going to be. However, this is not going to make it go away, right? If you have it really bad, then the only thing that you can do is reduce the amount of visibility. So you'll still be able to probably see it, but not as much as you do now, right? So progress is the key, right? Perfection out the window. It's not going to be perfect. Mine's still not perfect, but I learned to live with it. It's something that I accept. I have no problems taking my shirt off in public. I don't even think about it anymore. Now, I'm not saying that a lot of you guys who have it worse than I do will gain that confidence, but you should. And the reason is, there's a few reasons. Number one, you can't live your life being defined by some deformity, as they call it, of a simple bone in your chest. If you let your quality of life be diminished because you're worried that everybody is staring at your chest, then you're never going to be happy. All right? Another thing is, you you have no control over it. And if you allow something that you don't have control over to kind of set in your mind and eat away at you, then again, you're never going to be happy. All right, so you can build all the muscle you want, you can make it less visible. Guys like me, for example, sometimes it's completely invisible. But the fact of the matter is that it'll still be there, and you have to decide before you even build the muscle that this is not going to define you, that you're not going to worry every time you have to go to the beach or take your shirt off in front of a girl that they're going to judge you. And to be quite honest with you, I've seen people with pigeon chest in the beach. I've seen people with concave chest. My cousin has it really, really, really deep. And it's never something that anybody points out or notices or talks about, because most people understand what it is. They don't look at you oddly, unless maybe they're young children who don't understand. But to be quite honest with you, you're going to be your biggest critic. Most people, they'll see this and they don't give a shit. They won't look twice. It's in your head. So get that shit out of your head. If you want to help it be less visible for your own personal reasons, then just focus on building muscle in that area. There's no specific chest movements or ranges you should train in. Just build the chest in general. This video is not going to be about how to build the chest. I have plenty of those and I'll link them down below. But the video is build the chest up, make it less visible, but ultimately don't let this shit define who you are or diminish your quality of life. That's pretty much it, guys. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, click the like button below. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.